Hello and welcome back to the FPL Tom deadline stream. I can already see we've got some regulars in the chat already. Thank you everyone for kind of waiting around for 5 minutes or so there. TikTok decided it needed to update right this second, which was really frustrating. But we are now live. Like I said, guys, welcome back to the deadline stream. It's good to do a Friday one. We've not had a Friday deadline in a while. And I do like these ones. It gives me my Saturday mornings back. It gives you guys the pressure as well off Saturday mornings. You know, you get a little bit of chill. We get some good Friday night games as well. Nottingham Forest versus Spurs is going to be an absolute quality game. I'm calling it right now. Big call. Obviously, there's a lot of debate going around this week in the FPL community. What to do with Haaland? That is the big question, and I imagine it's going to be a kind of persistent theme throughout today's stream. So if you do have any questions about your team, do get them in the comments, as we will try to answer as many as we possibly can. If you enjoyed the content as well that you see on the channel or on the TikTok page, be sure to follow, like, subscribe. As well, if you are on TikTok, the best thing that you could do is like the stream for us. It pushes it out to more people, which is great to see. Or you can come over to the YouTube stream. You get to see my team on there. We're also going to do a quiz a little bit later. We've got predicted points. We've got my score predictions. And of course, we will also be rating all of your guys' teams. We'll probably do that in about half an hour or so. We'll get a good collection of them. So if you want your team rating ahead of the deadline, where I give my opinions, tell you the best players to potentially bring in for this game week, then hit me up on Twitter at FPLTom_. Leave it under the pin tweet. That is the best thing that you can do. And yeah, you'll get it reviewed. Nice and sweet. I feel that's like all the formalities out the way. So we're going to go through some quick fire questions that I can see flying in both chats already. A turkey in a bush has said, Big Willie or Mo Salad? 100% Mo Salad, mate. No Big Willie. Replace Mbeumo with Sterling. I think that could be an option, but with Nkunku back fit, I'm kind of more intrigued to see the other players' potential minutes around him, to be honest. And Chelsea have just been a bit poor, haven't they? Can't lie, they've been a bit terrible. Still don't know what to do with Haaland. I think, like I said, that is going to be a very persistent theme of today's stream. But hopefully we can all find a solution. Hopefully we can get some more kind of enlightened news, because the Pep quote was still a little bit dubious, to be honest, wasn't it? Regan in the TikTok chat has said, start to Adingra, Martinelli and Lascelles, or take a hit, Gahey to Powell. I probably would just do... Who are Brighton playing this weekend? That's a good point. They're playing Arsenal, aren't they? I'd probably just play Martinelli and Lascelles. Will Bailey start? From what I can remember seeing from a Villa account, he didn't have him in his side, so I'm probably going to say no. But don't hold me to that. Should I start on Nkunku? I mean, if you have him, then yes, that's probably the best thing that you can do. Do I start Gordon over Hwang, Palmer and Cunha? No, probably not. Definitely not Palmer as well this week. Watkins or Decore? 100% Watkins. Do you reckon Haaland to Slanky and Diaby to Saka for a -4? I think that's beneficial. I think that is beneficial, Evan, to be honest. Do keep the questions flying in. Like I said, guys, we'll have a quick run through of these before I do reveal my team on the YouTube stream. What is my overall rank at the minute? We are 600,000, so we're not doing too bad. You know, there's been a few questionable weeks in there, but to say we took a -4 last week and we still got a positive rank increase, I'll take it. As long as we're like in the top 100k by the end of the year, that's the aim. That is the aim. Not looking good, bruv. Like, come on. I'm always at around this rank. Every kind of content creator's a little bit ahead of me, but we'll pull it back. We'll pull it back. Not looking good, bruv. You cheeky bastard. What other questions have we got? I'm going to see if Nkunku does with Chelsea and bring him in. Yeah, exactly. I think for me personally, my advice would just be to wait and see on him. See how he gets on in the next kind of few weeks, whether or not he's playing, what impact Nicholas Jackson going to AFCON's going to have, you know, whether or not he's going to play out wide, maybe behind, Brogier's impact as well on that team. So I think there's a lot to kind of weigh up, to be honest. Darts World Championship starts tonight. What a time of the year. It's a great time of the year, isn't it? Honestly, absolutely amazing. I love the Darts World Championship. It's just absolutely just peak content, ladies and gentlemen. Peak content. It does say Bailey has a knock on the FPL app with a 75% chance of playing. Fair enough. Jamie said, let's go. What's up, Tom? I'm good, man. I'm good. I hope you're good too, man. This is the first stream where I've been able to actually breathe out my nostrils for like 2 weeks. So it's actually nice to, you know, be able to talk to you guys. My voice is a little bit on like the cusp. I went out last night. Didn't drink, just was out shouting and bowling and doing everything that you can do on a Thursday night in Leeds, to be honest. Trent, Semenyo, or any City defender, and Jesus. I like Trent, but I think the fixtures are going to take a little bit of a turn. So yeah, but I also like Semenyo, but I think if I was to go for a Bournemouth player, I would go for Dominic Solanke, to be honest. Who's all still in the cup? I didn't even check if I went through, you know. Genuinely didn't check if I went through the bloody cup. Let's go and have a look. Am I still in it? Or did I go out last week? Oh, no, I won. Oh, my God, I battered the guy. I absolutely battered him into next week. Well, we're playing AAM97 this week, so if that is you, good luck. You're going down, pal. We're winning the cup this year. Best midfielder for 8.3 million or cheaper to replace Mbeumo. I mean, Cole Palmer probably with fixture-wise. I think Tavernier is a player that's absolutely been screaming in my head all week. Putting up very similar data kind of numbers to Salah, so just putting that out there. I think as well, who else is a really good option to go for? 8.3 million. I mean, if you wanted to go for a Spurs player, I think Johnson, Kulusevski and Richarlison are all kind of equal footing on my kind of opinion. Obviously, there's a big price difference between Johnson and going for Kulusevski. But yeah, those probably would be my top picks I'd probably be looking at. Is Callum Wilson a shout? No, he played a full 90 in the week, so probably Isak's going to play with both of them fit. Yo, Royce, what's up, my man? Dripping in fucking Dortmund gear, and I'm getting absolutely slandered. I have Tavernier. Nice. Scottish baguette. I like that. I do rate that, you know. I actually think Tavernier is a great shout for this week. If you are enjoying the stream, guys, like I said, do like, do subscribe, all that good stuff, especially if you're on YouTube. We're trying to hit 3K by the end of the year. It's going to be a big stretch. But you know what? If we can do it, it'd be absolutely immense. So do hit that like button. Like I said, it pushes it out to more people. If you're on TikTok as well and you want to come over to the YouTube stream, that would be advised, because when I do reveal my team in a minute, you'll get to see it rather than just hear it. I can answer your questions a little bit easier as well, so all good stuff. All good stuff. And always the support is massively appreciated by me. Haaland will not play right. I don't think he will. But at the same time, Pep's comments are just a bit fucking annoying and a bit ratty. So I don't really know. Did Haaland and Mitchell to Solanke and Porro for a -4? I really rate that. Oliver, I no longer play FM. I kind of just stopped playing video games altogether. But yeah, I used to sweat out. Like lockdown. Like, oh, yeah. Some mad saves, to be honest. I think I spent like days, like literal days, like, you know, this what's it called, what's the fucking app called, Steam, like the hours where it tells you how long you've played. Like, I played a ridiculous amount. Not healthy. When am I rating teams? Good question. We'll probably do it in about 15 or so minutes. So if you want to send me a team at FPLTom_, leave it under my pin tweet and we will review all of those teams. Start Diaby or Cash. That is a stinger, because I don't think either are going to start the games. So, like, that's just picking, like, dog shit and cat shit, really. No worries, James. Although I have Porro and a Doji now. Ooh. My opponent in the FPL Cup has Coutinho. Well, that's you winning. Thoughts on taking out Mbeumo and Archer for a hit and bringing in Tav and Solanke? I probably wouldn't go for the double Bournemouth. I know they've been in really good form. They've got the next 3 fixtures, but I think, yeah, I still don't think I'd do both. I think maybe I'd go for like a Spurs midfielder, and if I had to prioritise one of the Bournemouth players, it would be Solanke. It's my birthday on Monday. Well, happy birthday to you, Scottish Baguette. Dortmund from Caden. Who's been typing inappropriate comments in the TikTok chat? It always tells me when it's filtered. Come on, guys. We're better than that. I have like 400 hours on Rome Total War. It's a great game though. Another great game. I think I have some really sad amount of time on that. They should do like an FPL Wrapped as well. See how long you've like spent debating transfers. You know, like Spotify's. Like mine would be sad. Mine would be so sad. It would be beyond stupid. Got stuck with Jackson and Thiago. Both start. I think Jackson probably will, but I don't know about Thiago. Getting in Cuckoo for Archer. Probably not this week. Probably not this week. I have Solanke already, so I'd like to go for Raul Jimenez or Cunha. I don't know. Cunha's been obviously the highest scoring forward over the past 5 game weeks, but I think Wolves' fixtures are going to take a little bit of a turn. Raul seems to have his confidence back, so I'd probably be more leaning towards him, to be honest. John said, I made one free transfer for Anderson to Porro earlier in the week. All right, I rate that, John. I do rate that, mate. Do I bring in João Pedro or keep Beto? Surely there's got to be a better fucking transfer than that. Do you think that Richarlison gamble will pay off? Yes, I do, Anton, mate. I'm sort of eyeing it up as well if we get any Anthony Gordon news. Out of Palmer, Gordon and Hwang, I sold Hwang. Is that the right decision? I mean, fixture-wise, yes. But we're just kind of waiting on this fitness news and test that Anthony Gordon's gone through tonight. But with Harvey Barnes kind of expect to take a little bit more time out, I think Gordon will see a lot more game time if he is fit and available. So yeah, start Gordon or Palmer. I think the obvious one, Palmer, this week, to be honest. Cheers for the follow, NZBL10. Why does no one ever have like normal names on TikTok? What's my favourite team? My team is Mansfield, which is... I can't even point. I always do this. That kit there, the second one, they play in League 2. So yeah, that's my favourite team. That is my favourite team. Can you pick a number 1 to 17? Yeah, sure, 6. There you go. Rogue thoughts to sell Haaland and do a mini wildcard to refresh the team. -8, -12 for Trent, Solanke and Odegaard. I don't think that's necessary, John. I think maybe like a -8 would probably be the limit I'd go to this week. Liverpool's fixtures as well do fall off a cliff. They do fall off a cliff. Right, let's down this. And then let's reveal my team. Stuart says, I've done James to Porro and Haaland to Solanke. I think that's a very wise move, mate. Very, very wise move indeed. Got a lot of time for that move. Do you rate Brendan Johnson? I do, actually. I took a look at his data and it's actually pretty good. His minutes wise as well seems to be pretty good. Solomon obviously out injured. So I do think he's a good pick, especially with Son off to AFCON as well. Not AFCON. Asia Cup. Star Gaming will do the score predictions a little bit later in the stream. You need to stop pointing back while facing forward, as you look like you're doing... That comment's made me laugh, Jamie. I appreciate it though, man. Yeah, it's so difficult to kind of like... Because I'm obviously facing forward, so I'm just going to just point back more and just go that one there. To be fair, I took a -20 before the international break and now I'm limited. I mean, that's probably a good thing if you're taking a -20. What changes are you making? Who's our next Thiago? I mean, I'm not making a rogue one, I don't think, this week. Unless we get Anthony Gordon news. Then potentially Tavernier or like Richarlison could be the next one. Knowing my luck, I'll bring in Richarlison and he won't play. I get that, but like, who realistically else are they going to play in that front line? I fancy Sterling as a differential captain, but I'm too scared. I mean, it is Sheffield United, but Chelsea are pretty poor. I think I'd just probably stick with Salah. Probably just stick with Salah. Yeah, I think that's a fair point, Greg, you've made there. In the chat. I just don't know how long Sanchez's injury is for. If anyone's kind of got a date range on that. Someone was asking me about that earlier and I just couldn't find anything. But if it's like a 1 week thing, then I wouldn't be worried. But, yeah. Right, that beverage is necked. That beverage is necked. Darwin a good punt for this week? Hell no, never Darwin. Not Darwizzy. It's not happening. Right. This is how the team is looking for this week. If you are on the TikTok stream and want to come over to the YouTube chat right now, it's probably advised because you get to see my team on screen. This is how the team is looking. We've got Areola in goal, Thiago Silva, Gabriel Colwell, Gordon Palmer, Bowen Son, Salah with the captaincy. Haaland is still in here at the moment, but currently my thought process is to go for Dominic Solanke. Then we've got Watkins. Then the bench is looking pretty sparse, isn't it? Turner, Archer, Taylor, and Gahey. That is pretty wet bench. It's not a great bench, is it? There's a few problems as well, I'm thinking, with this squad as well at the moment. Gabriel played a full 90 in midweek, so he could be benched. Thiago Silva, bench last week. Colwell, bench last week. Areola was on the bench yesterday, so hopefully he could come in. Gordon's got a flag and is being assessed today. Haaland, that we have to get out. Taylor suspended. And then the other two that could potentially come in for the squad have terrible fixtures, really. God-awful fixtures, don't they? So, yeah. Don't want to take a -4, but have Kabore or Luton Cash starting. What do you think? I'd probably take a -4. Gordon or Gabriel? I'd probably gamble on Gordon. I do have a sneaky feeling Gabriel's going to be benched. Just a sneaky one. Haaland to Watkins or Rao. I have Solanke and plan is wildcard in game week 19. I probably would go Watkins, to be honest then, mate. I'd go Watkins. I think he is just the second best Premier League striker at the moment, outside of Haaland. So I think he has to be in your team. Where's the big Willie? I mean, he never came into the team, did he? That was a whole fiasco, wasn't it? Isaac and Solanke for Haaland and Archer. I'm totally stuck there. -4 as well. I think that could work. I think that could work out. I do think Isaac will play, but then it's whether or not he'll then play the Carabao and then miss the following game week. Because it's Carabao Cup in midweek as well. So remember that, guys, if you are bringing in any players from those teams. Scottish Baguette said 2 hours till the deadline. That is correct. So do make sure you are getting your transfers and team locked and loaded, guys. And we will review teams in about 10 or so minutes. So if you want to send me them at FPLTom_, leave it under the pin tweet and we will rate some of those in the stream. Will Leon Bailey play? Probably not. That is my prediction on that one. Yeah, we'll rate teams, like I said, a little bit later in the stream, about 10 or so minutes. So if you want to send me them at FPLTom_, leave it under my pin tweet. And yeah, we'll review some of those in about 10 or so minutes. Coming up on the stream as well, obviously we are going to have a scout around for any early team news. We are going to go through my potential transfers. We've got predicted points. We've got my score predictions. And we have the first ever quiz on the deadline stream. So yeah, you know, providing plenty of entertainment for you guys, as well as reviewing your teams and answering all your questions. I think that just deserves a subscribe, doesn't it, to be honest? It just does. Just does. What other questions have we got rolling in? Peter James Smith. Hiya, Tom. I've only got 7 players to make a team. The other 8 are either injured or suspended. Do you think it's worth doing a free hit or a -12? Now, it depends who those players are, to be honest, Peter. Like, if you think those players will be back next week, then it's probably worth doing a free hit. But if they're not, like the majority aren't going to be back next week, you're probably looking at maybe taking a hefty minus. That's probably the way that you're going to have to roll. So let me know who the players are that are flagged. And then I think we can do a little bit of kind of dissecting what the best move is to potentially do with your team. FPL Aguero said Adingra to Son or Richarlison and second free transfer role plan game week 19 wildcard. I mean, if you're going for a Spurs player and you've got that wildcard available to get Son out before the Asia Cup, probably would be going Son. He is just the key man. I have Cunha and Beto starting. Interesting, Scottish Baguette. Interesting, mate. Jamie says, I did my transfers on Saturday. Darwin, Solanke, and Sunday, Lascelles to Porro. Nice. Yeah, man, I'm good. I hope you're good too. Will Gordon play? I'm not 100% sure on that, and we're trying to find out some information from my own team as well. Which two would you sell? Hwang Hee-chan, Haaland, Gahey, or Tsimikas? Probably Depends what other forwards you've got, but probably Haaland. And then the other option would probably be Mark Gahey, to be honest. The Palace run is honking. It is honking, to be honest. That's the only real way I can describe it, to be honest. Do make sure you are getting your team sent in. Like I said, in about 10 or so minutes, we will go and have a review of those. So at FPL_Tom_, leave it under the pinned tweet. And yeah, we'll review some more of those. My cup opponent has 6 ruled out players. That is brutal. Let's go and have a look at my cup opponent. Leagues and cups. Here it is. Overall cup. Can I see this guy's team? Oh my god, I can. Digne, Haaland, Anderson, Lamptey. All right, I'm feeling confident. I think we're making a big cup run this year. That'll be 2 wins secured. This is when you come back next week and I'm just like, yeah, didn't go to plan, did it? Didn't go to plan, guys. Didn't go to plan. Juan Hichan or Alvarez? Probably Alvarez. Who to bring in for Haaland? I have Cunha and Alvarez already. Probably Watkins or Solanke then, mate. Had to take a -4 for Haaland. It was that or Archer playing. Fair enough. It's been a couple of years since I took a hot before the weekend. Have finished. Okay, Jamie, I can't quite make sure what that make sense of what that sentence means. Do I take a hit for Mbeumo and Archer out for Brennan and Solanke? I think I would. I think a lot of people are taking hits this week, so I don't think it's going to affect your rank too much. And if both of them slap for players that realistically have minimal upside, like Mbeumo's going to be out for a while, Archer, he's not great, is he? He is 4.5 million, and he represents that in terms of his points value. So I think it's worth it. Go for it, man. Go for it. Christopher, I am doing team reviews. If you want to send them to me at FPLTom_, leave it under my pinned tweet. We'll be doing those in about 6 or 7 or so minutes. Yeah, I'm not answering that question, Luca, man. I ain't answering that. Oh, it was meant to say hit, not hot. That's why I was so confused. It's been a couple of years since I've done a hit before the weekend had even finished. Kind of regretting saying Darwin ahead of this game week, not going to lie. That makes a lot more sense. I was like, hot. And then I couldn't think of another word that you potentially could be going for. After this game week, who would be better? Reece James replacement, Trent or Trippier? I mean, let's have a look. Liverpool fixtures are okay. They're just a bit sketchy. I probably would say Trent, just because Newcastle have got Liverpool, City and Villa as a run of 3 games. That realistically could be 3 losses in a row. Just saw Nkuku at 7.3 million. I know it's super tempting, isn't it? But I think wait and see before bringing him in. Let's kind of see how he gets on. When am I going to be rating teams? At quarter 2. At quarter 2 we'll be rating teams. I've took a -4 for Solanke over Haaland. Hope it works out. I mean, let's go for it, Bakuna, man. Let's hope for it. Trippier to Trent worth a -4. Depends what other defenders you've got playing and other players, I guess. Best players to bring in. What position you in? Let me know what position, and then I can help you. Start Palmer or Saka. I mean, who else is on the bench if Saka and Palmer? Like, that's kind of the debate, to be honest. But I'd probably lean in more towards Cole Palmer. Solanke or Watkins, that is a real difficult one. I have a very soft spot for Ollie Watkins. I think he's absolutely fantastic. The fixture run coming up for Villa is immense, and he would just be a very easy long-term hold. But Dominic Solanke has been the best forward in terms of goals, in terms of expected data as well over the past 5 game weeks. So picking between the two, I'd probably say Solanke's going to be a free game week punt, and then maybe you can bench him and bring him in just for the good games. But I feel Watkins could just be a player you could hold for the rest of the season, realistically. I can't have Watkins as I'm a Blues fan, so no Villa players, unfortunately. I mean, that's got to sting this season, though, hasn't it, to be honest? Like, you know, they're doing super well. Meanwhile, you've got Rooney. Whoops. I'm back, Tom, in the mud. This Salah United scares me. I'm tempted by Son, captain. I mean, Son is a terrific player who could very easily go and bag a few. And I said this on the preview stream with Jake. I said that this game feels like it's already decided. And usually when the kind of media and everyone else kind of thinks that way, it just goes the other way. Like, it would not surprise me to see like United win like 5-0. Just complete random result out of the blue. They win 5-0. Would not surprise me. Triple captain Salah? Nope. Have Salah, Son, Palmer, Saka, Richarlison, Watkins, Solanke and Darwin. Need to bench one. Probably Darwin, mate. Let me out of your basement. No, Teddy, you're trapped down there, pal. You know what you did. You know what you did. Hwang Hee or Watkins? I'd go Watkins. I have Luiz, Digne, Bruno and Haaland all out. What do I do? I've used my wildcard and one free transfer. Probably looking at a -4 and a -8, mate. Mickey, do you support a football team? I do. I support that one back there. Mansfield Town. No, you know what you did. Reckon taking Diaby out? I probably would. Bolton are massive. I mean, you're not. You're in League One. Grow up. Used to be in the Prem. Come on. You're not massive, are you? You're not massive. We're going to be reviewing teams in 3 minutes, so do get those sent in, guys. Like I said, leave it under the pinned tweet on my Twitter, at FPLTom_. And yeah, we will be reviewing those. So if you want to come over from the TikTok chat onto the YouTube stream, you will see your team live on it. So yeah, all good. Bench Nunes, Gordon, Watkins, or Solanke. Probably Nunes. Who should I take out for Diaby then? Probably Palmer would be a top shout. Probably Tavernier, Richarlison, Johnson. Those are just a couple of my favourite picks for this week. Bailey looks out to be, so will Diaby play? I know a lot of people are saying that, but I saw the Villa account just didn't have Diaby in it, and he's been very reliable. I think it's like FPL Villain. I think that's his name. But yeah, he basically said that. Bournemouth are massive in my opinion. Sure they are. Okay, I can see you guys have already been sending me your teams. I'm just going to have a quick scout around, see if we've had any kind of early team news breaking or anything like that. Doesn't look like we have had anything kind of come through. But I think I will be bringing in Dominic Solanke this week for Haaland. So yeah. Doesn't look like it. But yeah. Right, let's start reviewing some of your guys' team then. Let's start doing that. The team reviews are starting now. So yeah, make sure you leave it under this tweet here. If you're watching on the YouTube stream. This pinned one here. At FPLTom_. Leave it under the deadline stream. Pinned tweet. And yeah. Get it sent in. I can see we've already had 11 so far. So we will start going through some of those. So if you're on the TikTok stream and want to come over and see people's teams reviewed, then go for it. Marcus, he's got one free transfer, 2.4 million in the bank. He said Archer to Cunha, Raul on the bench. Cunha / Raul and bench Haaland, or sell Haaland to Watkins. I think I'd prefer to do Haaland to Watkins. I'd just do Haaland to Watkins, I think. I'd just do that, Marcus, to be honest. The rest of the team's looking ridiculously strong. But if you can get Haaland back and sell Solanke, I think you should be able to do that as well. Then that should be fine for like 2 weeks' time. So I'd probably do that. But just make sure you've got a way to get back to Haaland. Obviously, if you are taking Haaland out, this is the thing, guys. Make sure you have a way to get back to him. You know, just because, like I've said, Watkins is a really good player, and he's fantastic. But if you can't then afford to get back to Haaland off, you know, moving Solanke out, could be a big problem. FPL Aguero said 1.7 mil in the bank, 2 free transfers. Current plan is Haaland to Watkins and a Dingra to Son. No chips used, wildcard in 19. I do rate that. I think we've already spoke about it. Because you've got the wildcard, I think those moves make really, really good sense. I think the team would look ridiculously strong. My only concern is cash, but I have heard that Botman is going to be back, and defenders this year are a bit crap. So I rate that FPL Aguero, man. I rate that, pal. Yeah, I ain't trying to pronounce your name here. Amphimos? Alright, if I butchered it, I apologise, pal. I do apologise. Got 5.5 million in the bank. Wondering if I should replace Gabriel with Trent. I mean, no, because you need a way to get back to Haaland, like I said. The team looks really good and really strong for this game week as well, so I think leave it. Don't do that transfer. Because you're going to need that money in the future to get Haaland back. So yeah, there's my advice on that one. I really hope that my Richarlison gamble pays off. This is Anton's team. Reyes, Zinchenko, Tsimikas, Colwell, Palmer, Salah, Richarlison, Saka, Gordon, Watkins, and Julian Alvarez. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. No changes I would make there. Hopefully the Richarlison gamble does pay off for you there, mate. Ethan said, take a -4 for Porro or just start a Dingra. I mean, a back 5 would be honking. It would be honking, man. Would you not rather maybe take Haaland out for Solanke, Ethan? Like, that could be an option. And then get Haaland back in a few weeks. I think that's more beneficial than bringing in another defender, in my personal opinion. Defenders this year have been pretty poor. Spurs' actual XG conceded as well over the past few weeks has been honking. They're down in the bottom 5, so clean sheet wise, it's not looking overly too good. But Porro is a brilliant attacking asset. I fully get why people want to go for him. But I think there's more upside in going for Solanke over Porro. But it's your team, man. It's your team. Scottish Baguette, as always, has just absolutely random rogue boys in his team. He's got Leno, Saliba, Tsimikas, Lascelles, Wilson, Bay, Tavernier, Son, Salah, Cunha, Beto. I think that's fine. I do think that's fine. I rate this as a front 2. I rate Tavernier as a pick, though, as well. I do think that's a really, really tasty pick. SIFBLKCIR. Your team, Dubravka, Gabriel, Tsimikas, Pedporo, Adoji, Saka, Odegaard, captain is Rogue, Palmer, Son, Solanke, and Watkins. I probably would be more tempted to give the armband to Solanke or Son, to be honest. But yeah, that's probably the only things that I would change. But if you're an Arsenal fan, go for it. But other than that, I probably would look to move this armband around a little bit. Have some fun tonight. Enjoy yourself. Friday night, the darts is on. All that good stuff. Dave Johnson, that guy Milan. That guy free Milan. His team is Areola, Lascelles, Gabriel, Pedporo, Walker, Salah, Palmer, Saka, Mitoma, Haaland, Julian Alvarez. Watkins on the bench is an absolute travesty. Get him in this team instead of Mitoma straight away. That is my advice for you there, Dave. Harry CFC. He's got Neto, interesting. Colwell, Trent, Pedporo, Zinchenko, Saka, Haaland, Salah with the captain, Palmer, Son, Semenyo, Solanke. Watkins on the bench is a crime. It's a crime. It's actually a crime. But who realistically would you drop him for? I'd get rid. I'd bin off Zinchenko for Watkins. I really would. Harry, man. Brighton have scored in like 30 consecutive games or something ridiculous. Watch this be the one. I've told someone to do it. They're not going to keep a clean sheet now. But that would be my advice. Watkins for Zinchenko would be the move that I'd make. There, Harry. Phoenix 11 has said, please rate my team. Thanks. Dubravka, Saliba. Piss off. Dubravka, Saliba, Tsimikas, Shaw, Gordon, Saka, Son, Bowen, Salah captain, Solanke and Haaland. Obviously, probably the transfer that you're going to make would probably be Watkins for Haaland. That's probably the move that I'd go for, in my personal opinion there. Chris says, I have no clue what to do. He's got Charlie Taylor with a flag, Gordon with a flag, Woodrow, Haaland with a flag as well. He's got 1 million and 3.7 million in the bank. So, I mean, you've got a back line that's going to play. That's fine. I'd probably play all 5 of those, and I'd probably just do Haaland to Solanke or Haaland to Watkins. those would probably be the moves that I'd make there, Chris. I think that would be the best way to go for it. Who's my other striker? At the moment, I have Archer, Watkins, and Haaland. I haven't took Haaland out yet. I do need to make my transfer, but I am going to go for Solanke. Transfer out Haaland for Nkunku. I just don't think it's worth it. I don't think he's going to start the game. I think he's going to come off the bench. So yeah, that would be my advice there. Cheers for sending your team, Liam. I'll catch up on the YouTube chat in a second. Took a -8. Mitchell, Porro, and Barmer, Solanke, Strakosia, and Pickford. There we go. I got there in the pronunciation in the end. Cool. All right, I rate this. Obviously got Gordon and Pinnock if Haaland doesn't play, so I think that's fine. -8 though. Oof. -8 for a goal. I guess Sanchez is injured. Probably wouldn't have made the goalkeeper move without kind of knowing a little bit more about the Sanchez thing, but it is what it is. It's Jamie. So tempted to captain Trent, but I'm not quite mad enough. I think stick with Salah this week. Rest of the team is looking strong. Like I said, I do have my concerns about Gabriel. Obviously played in midweek the full 90, so that's where the problem is. That is where the problem is, to be honest. But other than that, I think the team is pretty strong, to be honest. Liam's team, he said, swapped out Gahey for Porro. I think that's a very sensible transfer. Obviously, the double kind of Spurs, probably a little bit risky. But if it pays off, it pays off. I mean, you've got Soufal and Trippier will come back in as well. But yeah, it is what it is. Still got big Darwizzy and Watkins up top. Wasn't tempted by Solanke at all. Fair enough. But yeah, Salah captain. Pretty straightforward, man. I rate it. Star Gaming. I know you're in the TikTok chat. I saw you just pop up a second ago. Areola, Tsimikas, Zinchenko, Lascelles, Bowen, Palmer, Salah, Saka, Watkins, Darwin, and Solanke. Gordon, Trippier, Taylor on the bench. All right, I rate this. Obviously, Gordon is flagged at the moment, but yeah. I think you've got everything right there, Star Gaming, to be honest. Think your team, yeah, it's looking good. It is looking good. Let's just have a quick scan through. Make sure that we've not missed anybody's teams out. Again, apologies if your team isn't appearing here. Sometimes that is the case. All you have to do to kind of fix that is either follow me or just spam it again. If you want to follow me, that usually helps it out. Jack sent his in 7 seconds ago. He's activated his free hit. Pickford, Trent, Walker, Pedporo, Salah, Palmer, Saka, Odegaard, Son, Julian Alvarez, Isak, Semenyo on the bench. Oh, it's a strong bench, but obviously you are going for the ballsy move of Son captain. I do rate it though. But I do feel like, is Odegaard going to do that well? I think I'd prefer having Solanke in here over Odegaard. So drop Odegaard down, upgrade Semenyo to Solanke would probably be my advice there, Jack. Let's see if I've missed any other ones. Did we do Charlie? I don't think we did Charlie, so we'll go for Charlie's team. Charlie Foreman, he has got Leno, Sensei, Colwell, Adoji, Salah, Gordon, Palmer, Bowen, Son, Watkins, Solanke with the armband. Who do I captain? Probably the wise and sensible decision is Salah, because that's where most of the pack is going to be this week. So if you kind of have an alright rank, or you don't want to kind of lose too many places, probably Salah's the place to be. But if Solanke absolutely slaps, then why not, man? Go for it. Go for it. Let's see if there's any other ones hidden away down here. John's, of course. Here he is. Thoughts on this? Trent to Thiago, Rice to Foden, and Haaland to Watkins or Solanke. Or hold since fixtures are coming up fast in the next few weeks. I probably would. I don't think I'd be necessarily like gagging to get Thiago out of my team. And obviously with these transfers, you do need to have a way back to Haaland in a few game weeks' time, John. So I probably wouldn't be looking to spread the funds. Because realistically, Haaland could be back for game week 19. And obviously they're playing Everton and they've got some other ridiculous. Game week 20, Sheffield United, so he is going to be the captain. So you need a way to get back to him. So I wouldn't be looking to spread the funds out, to be honest. So yeah, that would be my advice there. So you can still do the Haaland and Watkins move. I think that's fine, but I wouldn't probably spread the funds out. Especially for a minus as well, man. Nathan Marsh, 2 free transfers, no idea what to do. He has got Areola, Anderson, Trippier, Gabriel Walker, Salah, Diaby, Saka, Palmer, Haaland, Solanke. Get Bowen in that team straight away over Anderson. That's the first one that I'd be doing. With my other 2 free transfers, probably taking Diaby out. I'd probably maybe go for... You haven't got any Spurs players in there. So maybe someone like Johnson or Richarlison could be a really good pick in there. And then Watkins for Haaland. That's probably what I'd do. That'll be my advice there. We did that one. Linus. Here's my team. He has got Dubravka, Tsimikas, Gabriel, Sensei, Salah, Son, Saka, Bowen, Palmer, Watkins, and Solanke. All right, I rate it. I don't think there's necessarily any changes I'd make. I think you've got all the captaincy decisions right as well. But yeah, I think it's an interesting one. Right, I can see the YouTube chat has been absolutely flying off. If you're on TikTok as well, and I miss any of the chat, I do apologise. Like I said, the best thing that you guys can do is come over to the YouTube stream because I can at least scroll back and read through that. But yeah, so if you have any questions as well, do get those in, guys. Right, where did we get up to? Black Shadow, how can I send my team? If you want to leave it under my pinned tweet at FPL Tom, leave it under there. Need advice. Have Trippier, Bruno, Haaland, Archer, Gordon, and Buemo, Taylor, Dallo. Should I take a -24 or free hit? I mean, realistically, Trippier, Bruno, Gordon could play, and Buemo won't play. Taylor will be back next week, so I'd probably free hit. Solanke captain, I know. Eye emojis. No choice but to use Gabriel as Trippier and Taylor are suspended. Fair enough. Both seem to bring good returns and hoping Liverpool feast, but been waiting to take Darwin out for a few weeks. Fair enough, Liam, man. Hopefully so. The defensive data for Spurs has been a little bit shaky, but it is what it is. I've sent mine 3 minutes ago. I saw. Thank you, John. Harry1234 has said Iwobi or Andreas. I really like Andreas, you know. But at the same time, Alex Iwobi's been absolutely killing it. I think with, obviously, Andreas, you just get the corners and free kicks. So probably just pushing him over the edge a little bit. Thoughts on Palmer to Richarlison? I don't rate Palmer. I mean, I wouldn't be doing that. Like, the fixtures are absolutely immense for Chelsea coming up. Some great fixtures. Would not be doing that. That seems a little bit daft. Mansfield and Dortmund, fave ever players. I mean, my favourite Mansfield player probably is like Lucas Akins. He's on the back of my Mansfield shirt that I've got for this season. Favourite Dortmund player is probably Bellingham. Like, he's on the back of that shirt. So yeah, I'd probably go Bellingham. Cole Palmer, a bold captain choice? Yeah, I'd probably say so. I'm not looking at teams on Insta. If you want to send me a team, it's on Twitter at FPLTom_. Leave it under the pinned tweet. So yeah, that's what you can do there. I still need to make my transfers as well. We will have another kind of run through and round up at 5:30. We'll take a look at some more people's teams as well. See what's happening in the world of FPL. Doesn't look like we've got any kind of early team news kicking about at the moment. I'm kind of waiting for this fucking Anthony Gordon news. That'll be the big one for me. Liam Hamilton said, I'm doing Solanke to Haaland for a -4. Is it worth doing Gahey to Porro in? I mean, a lot of people are taking minuses this week, so probably Liam. I probably would. I think I'd do that move. Right, what should we take a look at? I think now's a good time. We're gonna have a go at. We'll do the quiz. You know what? We're gonna do the quiz. There's a little bit of like down period at the moment. We'll do the quiz. Then we'll review some more teams at 5:30. We'll go through some predicted points. And then by that point, we should have some stuff. So we'll do the quiz. We'll do some more reviewing of teams. We'll do some like kind of scouting for Gordon news. Looking at like who we're going to bring in for my team. So yeah, we'll do the quiz. And you know what? We'll start getting some prizes for these if these do well. All right? So all you have to do with these is just put all your answers in the chat. So we're going to read through some of these. It's going to primarily be a YouTube quiz. Like, I can't be asked, like, sorting it out on TikTok. So if you want to come over to the YouTube stream, we are doing a quiz right now. The questions are on screen, but I will read them out. Max said, do you support BVB? I mean, I don't, but I really want to go to the ground. Like, it's on my, like, bucket list and things to do. I've been kind of half planning it for like half a year now. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous. We ended up just going to Copenhagen because it was so much easier. It's just ridiculously hard to get tickets. But yeah, that is the plan. That is the plan, to be honest. That is the plan. Right, let's do this. So we got the FPL Gameweek 17 quiz. We've got plenty of questions on here. So the first one is going to be, which player has scored the most points over the past 5 game weeks? With this as well, if you want to just put all your answers in kind of the chat, and I'll go back through and we'll pick whoever gets all 5 right. We'll give them a prize of some sort. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we'll sort something out if it goes well. If it doesn't go well and it's a car crash, who cares? Who cares? Number 2, who is the lowest scoring player in FPL this season? Question number 3, what is the highest scoring game so far of the season? Question number 4, which player has created more XG this season, Darwin or Jackson? And then number 5, away from fantasy football, which major sporting event is starting this evening? Do get your questions into the chat and we will reveal those a little bit later. So the questions are, which player has scored the most points over the past 5 game weeks? Who is the lowest scoring player in FPL this season? What is the highest scoring game so far this season? Which player has created more expected goals, Darwin or Jackson? And which major sporting event is starting this evening? So if you want to leave all your kind of answers in the chat, that would be massively appreciated by me. I'll go back through a little bit while we'll reveal the answers. And yeah, we'll see if we can sort some sort of prize out if it goes well. If no one answers, then we're not going to give away a prize, but I thought we'd try and mix it up a little bit on these streams. You know, do something a little bit more fun and rogue for these kind of, you know, quieter times, to be honest. So, yeah, they're the current questions that we've got for this week. So, which player has scored the most points over the past 5 game weeks? Who is the lowest scoring player in FPL this season? What is the highest scoring game so far this season? Which player has created more expected goals, Darwin or Jackson? And which major sporting event is starting this evening? So do get your questions in and answers for the quiz. Ben Jones says, what to do with Gordon? That is a very good point and something I am also thinking. Hopefully we can get some early news from Gordon, but we'll wait and see. We will wait and see. I can see a turkey in a bush and Harry1234 are submitting their answers, so appreciate that. Do keep them coming in, guys. Do keep them coming in. F1JS7 has said, should I captain Solanke, Salah or Son? I mean, probably the obvious option this week is to go for Salah, but yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those. I'm just going to have a quick scan of Twitter. See if I can see... See if I can see anything, like any Newcastle-related news. Let's put a tweet out. Any news on Gordon? See if we get anyone. Mate, is Haaland playing? Probably not. I can't be 100% sure, but more than likely not. More than likely not. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Hopefully we can get some news around Anthony Gordon, because he seems to be the one. Yeah. Yep. Do keep your answers coming in for the quiz as well. The first ever deadline day quiz. Trying it out. Very festive feeling, isn't it, quizzes? Do I transfer Haaland and take the money or keep him on the bench? I mean, depends. I wouldn't be spreading the funds out, let's put it that way, because you need a way to get back to him. But yeah, Pep says he's not playing this weekend. I mean, he hasn't said he's not playing. It's just one of those, isn't it? It's just a weird way of saying it by Pep, but he's definitely not said he's not playing. It's just a weird way that he's kind of phrased it. Some interesting answers coming in for the quiz. I'm already seeing some wrong answers and some right answers as well. So do keep those coming in. Do keep those coming in. We will review teams in about 25 minutes. So if you want to send me those as well, at FPLTom_, leave it under the pinned tweet. Keep your answers coming in for the quiz as well. And we will reveal those a little bit later. And yeah, good luck to whoever gets all 5 correct. I don't think anyone's got all 5 yet. Yeah, I don't think people have. Yeah. No one's got all 5 yet. Let's just put it that way, I don't think. More yellow cards than minutes. Tom Jennings has said, bring in Colwell or Sensei or Pau Torres. I mean, longer term, probably Pau Torres and Colwell are the better 2 picks. In my personal opinion. Right, let's take a look at... What should we do next? Let's do predicted points for this game week. I think this obviously gives a clear indication of probably who is the best captain for game week 17. Salah is by and large clear favourite. 8.9 predicted points for him in game week 17. Son with 6.9, Trent with 6.9, Julian Alvarez with 6.6, Cole Palmer, we've had a few people potentially shouting him. He's 5th favourite to get the most points this game week with 6.5. Phil Foden with 6.4, Saka with 6.3, Sterling with 6.2, and then Odegaard down the bottom. I've seen a few people shouting him out. 5.9 as well for predicted points. I can tell that Rodak answer is correct. That's all I'm going to say on that one. So you've got that one right. Solanke a captain shout? I mean, definitely. Like, he has been on fire the past few game weeks. He's got the most expected goal involvement out of all players in the league. So yeah, definitely a very strong contender shout for that. Not going to lie. Very, very strong contender indeed. If you are enjoying the stream, guys, be sure to like it. Like I said, it pushes it out to more people. We do need some more likes on this stream. It is lacking a little bit. So if you're enjoying it, hit that like button. Massively pushes it out. And that is what we need. We need more people in the stream. So, yeah, hit that like button and get as many as we can in here. Any updates on Gordon? None so far. We haven't seen anything for Gordon so far, which is a little bit concerning. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Like, it's one of those, isn't it? Yeah. No news around Anthony Gordon, I'm afraid. I did put a tweet out, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if anyone kind of replies with any sort of news or any reliable kind of sources for that one. Like I said, we'll do another team review at 5:30 as well. Can you just take infinite hits to win the cup? I mean, no, because you're gonna it does take minuses into account. Like I took a -4 last week and it took it off my score. So yeah. I'm considering it to gain points on people above. I mean, fair play. If that's what you need to do for your mini league, then go for it. Take a -4 for Haaland to Isak and start Isak instead of Gordon. I think that could be a very good move. I think Isak should play as well. Obviously, with Cal Wilson playing a full 90 in the week. With Callum Wilson playing a full 90 in the week. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. There is about an hour and 20 minutes till the deadline. So yeah. We're just taking it nice and chill. Nice and chill today. Nothing too strenuous. Nothing, overexerting. But we're answering questions. We're reviewing teams. It always kind of has this point in the streams, doesn't it? About an hour and a half in, things go a little bit dead. We review people's teams. We talk about what I'm going to do. We answer some questions. Then it kind of goes through this lull period where nothing really happens. And then it seems to just accelerate straight back up to like 400 miles an hour because we get early team news. people are like panicking because they've just realised the deadline's today, so they fly into the stream. It just all kind of like capitulates, doesn't it, really? So this is kind of a lull period, but, you know, this is probably the best time to be because you've got my full undivided attention. So if you want to ask me a team about your team, or just anything really in general. Best captaincy, in my personal opinion, is going to be Salah. He's top of predicted points. United have been very questionable. Sam, should I take a -8 for Solanke in for Haaland? Already done a -4 for Porro in. Depends what the rest of your team is looking like, Sam, to be honest. Should I take another -4 for Gehi to Porro? I already have Sensei, Simicast, and Gabriel. I have already done a -4 for Haaland to Solanke. Probably not then. I think you've already got 3 defenders who hopefully should play. And if not, Gehi comes in for 1 or 2 points. It's not the end of the world. Suggestions on Haaland, like who to replace him with, probably would be Solanke, Watkins, and then if you're looking past that, probably Cunha, Jimenez. But probably the top 2 are Solanke and Watkins. But if you are taking Haaland out, like I said, make sure you have a way to get him back in, guys. That is the key kind of caveat and takeaway from all this. Make sure you have a way to get Haaland back in. Do you think Solanke or Jimenez is better? I think Solanke personally. He sees out a lot more of the games. He's on penalties as well, which is always a great asset. I love that. You guys know that. Massive fan of the talisman theory. So, yeah, I'd probably say Solanke's better. Better fixtures as well for the next 3. Haaland is first sub and Solanke and Jimenez strikers. All right, I rate it. Haaland and Hwang for Solanke and Salah for a -8. I mean, Salah's off to AFCON in Gameweek 21. Realistically, you need a way to get Haaland back in. So, it is what it is. Is McAtee a decent shout? Probably not. I've not really kind of come across him in any data that I've been looking at, so probably not. Josh AFC said transfers done. Tick. What have you done, Josh? Let me know. Hwang at Asia Cup as well, 100%, yeah. Is Haaland playing? More than likely not. I've got Raya and Porro. Should I start a Doji or Saliba? I'd probably go Saliba, man. They're at home. Back the home team. Even though I've already done Haaland, Solanke, to anyone watching, Haaland and Cuckoo might be a solid transfer. I don't think it will be. I think in a few game weeks' time it might look better, but at the moment I probably wouldn't risk it. Risk Gordon starting or Archer to Solanke for a -4. I think I'd probably risk Gordon starting. I think I would. I think I'd risk it. Imagine Haaland plays and we've all just been baited by Baldo. That's what I mean. I am waiting for FPL Tony's tweet, realistically. If he says he's out, I think that'll be it. That'll be the one where I go, right, okay, he is actually out. So we're done. Josh, you better have brought Big Willie in. Man, the Big Willie hype train was... it was something else, wasn't it? You know that meme of Vince McMahon where he's like, he was special. That's the same vibe. It's what people are going to be talking about in like 10 years. The Big Willie hype train that never was. Oh, dear. I mean, just look at the date. Look at the date on that. Don't be trying to bait people there. Sorry, I just realised you guys can't actually see this, but I'm just having a scout on Twitter. I am looking for early team news. Early team news. Let's put my team back on screen. Let's put my team back on screen for you guys. What am I currently looking at? Yeah, I was on Draft Hound. But yeah, there's my team. There is my team. Fulham have won consecutive games 5-0. Big Willie is still insane. I mean, yeah. Sure. If you want to go for that. I mean, Luca's absolutely spamming the likes on the TikTok stream. Massively appreciated by him, if I can get my words out. I'm good, man. I'm good. I hope you're doing good too. Who to captain, Liam? Probably Salah's the best pick for this week, in my personal opinion. He would be the one that I would be looking to go for. 1 goal and 1 assist isn't bad. I mean, it isn't. It really isn't. I would have liked those points. God knows where we would have been with those. It would have been nice, let's put it that way. Should I start Haaland just in case? I mean, if you've got players that are going to come off the bench, then yeah, why not? Go for it. I've captained Palmer. Ooh. Ooh. Thoughts on Mbuemo to Palmer and Haaland or Morris to Solanke for a -4. I rate that king crazy. I actually do rate that. I think that's a very solid transfers. If you're on the TikTok stream and you want to come over to the YouTube stream, my team is on screen right now. And we're closing in on 3,000 subscribers over there as well. So if you do want to help us hit that goal, yeah, come over, subscribe, hit the like button over here as well. Massively appreciated by me. But if you want to stay on TikTok, that's also appreciated. As I do try to answer all your guys' questions. We will be doing some more team reviews at 5:30. So if you want to send me your team at FPLTom_, leave it under the pinned tweet. And yeah, get those in as well. Get those in as well. I think someone else has just sent me theirs. Yeah, they have. So we'll do some more of those in a little bit. Let's take a look at my predictions for this game week. See what's cracking with the score predictions that I've gone for. So I've gone for a 3-0 win for Spurs tonight. I think they will just be dominant. A 2-1 win for Bournemouth over Luton. A 3-0 win for Chelsea over Sheffield United. A 2-0 win for City over Crystal Palace. A 1-1 between Newcastle and Fulham. 2-0 win for Burnley over Everton. I can just see it. Everton have been quite good in form recently. Sean Dyche going back to his old club. It's written. It just seems a little bit written to me. Arsenal versus Brighton, I've gone for 2-2. Villa are going to win 3-0 over Brentford. 1-1 between Wolves and West Ham. And this is the controversial one. We've gone for a 4-0 win for Manchester United. We've done it. We've put it out there. It's crazy, I know, but we're going with it. All right? We're going with it. It's going to happen. And when it does happen, you can all come back to me and go, you idiot. Sam, if you want to send me a team at FPLTom_ on Twitter, leave it under the pinned tweet. That is the best place to leave it. Dying to put Nkunku in. How do you think he'll do over the next few weeks? I mean, personally, I'd probably wait and see what sort of minutes he's getting and see how he's kind of going to fit into the team with Jackson off to AFCON as well. He's never played a Premier League game as well. Like, that is the big thing for me. Yes, he looked like, obviously was fantastic in the Bundesliga and in Germany. But we've seen so many players come from Germany who are forwards, who have a great record over there, and flop. Like, hit the ground. And Chelsea at the moment, man, they are not a good team. They are not a good team. 6-0 Liverpool win. You're mad. I know. I like to be a little bit insane. You've got to be a little bit insane to enjoy things in life, haven't you, though? Sent my team in and unfortunately couldn't fit Big Willie in. I mean, I have that problem on a regular basis, but that's unrelated to FPL, isn't it? What can I say? Do you think Haaland will sit on the bench for the whole game if he doesn't start? I'm not trying to get 1 or 2 points from him instead of the Gordon points. It's difficult. I don't think Pep would risk him if he's not 100% fit. I just don't think he would. There's a lot of important games coming up for City. So I think if they were comfortably winning the game, I don't think he'd risk it. I genuinely don't think he'd risk it. Don't think he would risk it. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. We do need to kind of find out what we're going to do with our team. See what happens. But yeah. No early team news. Oh, face off. Interesting. Still no early team news, man. It's sucking, isn't it? We really need that. Tom, your Big Willie definitely isn't Brazilian. How do you know? I've done my history DNA test or whatever it is, ancestry DNA. I've got the results. We're part Brazilian somewhere. Is Gordon confirmed to be playing or not? No, we don't have any kind of concrete news on that. Basically, the news was that he's going to take a late fitness test before playing against Fulham. When is that game? When is that game? Is that Saturday or is that Sunday? I think that's going to make a big difference as well. If he's got an extra day to potentially recover. Oh, it's 3 o'clock tomorrow. That's not great. Should I take a -8 hit? Haaland and Sabitzer, Salah and Alvarez. I mean, this is the thing, Archie, right? You've got to have a way to get Haaland back for game week 19, realistically. Because I think he will be back for that game week if he misses this one. So, how are you going to spread the funds? And then Salah's off to AFCON as well in 21. So, yeah. He'll be gone. So, you would be losing him for Everton and Sheffield United. Haaland then, realistically. Tom, upload a video of your techers and then I'll believe you're Brazilian. Man, my tech, I don't have any. I'm not good with balls at all. I'm not good. I'm not good with the old balls. Let's just put it that way. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Where is this stream heading again, man? They always just end in weird directions, don't they? And Jake's not even here this time to, like, you know, muck it up. I haven't seen him in here today. He said he would be, so liar. But it is what it is. People have lives outside, don't they? They have lives outside of FPL, unlike me, a loser booking his day off work to come and stream for you guys. So like I said, guys, if you do enjoy the streams, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But yeah. It is what it is. Is it worth a -4 point hit for Haaland, Solanke, or even a -8 point hit for Diaby and Son? I'd probably just do the -4 one, Jack, to be honest. Like I've been telling people, if you are going to take Haaland out, probably don't spread the funds around. It's not probably going to end too well. Hey, Katie. I haven't sold Haaland. Not yet. I'm just waiting for like 100% confirmed, like he is definitely out. But I'm going to sell him for Solanke if we get that news. What about you? Jokes Let's Do said, review my team, please. I will be doing another review in 7 minutes. So if anyone else wants to get their team in, do send it me on Twitter at FPLTom_. Leave it under the pin tweet. And yeah, that's probably the best thing that you can do. Tom, get your balls out on camera is probably not what I was expecting there, to be honest, mate. Thought of the new Man City prospected signing? I haven't seen anything on Twitter about it. Is Sanchez out? I only brought him in last week. He is out for this week and has been ruled out as well. Unfortunately, Katie. So, yeah. Bit of a stinger. I don't actually know how long like the injury is as well, which is quite interesting. Because it's quite hard to give people advice when I don't know the length of the injury. If it's a 1 week thing, then it is what it is. Best replacements, I mean, it's a really good shout, isn't it? Best replacements for goalkeepers. If you can get Martinez, I mean, Villa's fixture run is actually really good. Brentford, Sheffield United, Burnley, Everton, Newcastle, Sheffield United. Some pretty solid fixtures. Solid defence as well. Do we go back to Pickford? Leno as well has been doing pretty well at that cheaper price point. So yeah, those are probably the picks. Yes, I am going to be doing Twitter reviews in a second. At past. Not in a second. So if you want to send me a team at FPLTom_, leave it under the pinned tweets. Demonetization real quick if that happened. 100%. 100%. But you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to get a ball out on Twitter. I mean on the stream. So if anyone's ever been interested in seeing my ball, it's going to happen right now on stream. So, you know, get your like screen recordings ready because it's going to happen. All right, we're going to get my ball out on stream, okay? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Send me a team as well, Katie. I appreciate that. But yeah, we're going to get the ball out. Are you ready? Are you ready? It's going to get out. You ready? Bam. There you go. Haha. What a joker. He's only gone and got his ball out on stream. He's only gone and got his ball out on stream. What an absolute joker, man. Oh. Oh. There we go. That was interesting. Someone clip that. Yeah. Toby Knight said, I accidentally got Semenyo instead of Solanke. Oh, that's a stinger. That is a stinger. Tiny ball that. I know, I got it from... through work, we got hospitality tickets to go City Dortmund. Me and my flatmate. So we went there, and then at the end we got like these little mini Champions League balls. It's the only reason I've got it. And it's just kind of just been kept. So yeah, there we go. Now you can tell everyone I got my ball out on stream. Out of context FPL Tom. If someone wants to create that Twitter page, I'm sure that will get eventually found. Hey mate, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you now, man. How you doing? Doing good? Yeah, Semenyo's not quite Dominic Solanke though, is he? He just isn't Dominic Solanke. Sportcat01 has sent me his team as well. Excellent stuff. We will have a review of those at past. So if you want to send me your team at FPLTom_, leave it under the pinned tweet. And yeah, that's the best thing that you can do there. That is the best thing that you can do there. Make that ball part of your background. I mean, nah. It's not happening, is it? We're not making it part of the background. Where would I realistically put it? Like, because it's like there's a table there, then there's the radiator, then there's the two shirts, then the mirror. I don't really have like a table where I could potentially put it. So, yeah, it's a little bit difficult. On a -8 hit 2 game. On a -8. What the hell? On a -8 hit. 2 game weeks is over before it even started. Okay, eventually got there. No, it's not necessarily. If your players absolutely slap for you, it's not over. I sent you my team, but it's just from last week. There's been no changes. So let me know. Cool. Get it out 16:09 every stream. Nah, man, we're not getting the ball out every stream, are we? We're not going to get my ball out every single stream. We're going to get demonetized if I keep getting my ball out. Solanke or Bowen? I'd probably go Solanke this week. But Bowen did look actually quite good in the Fulham game. Like, he had chances to score in that game. Just West Ham, the rest of the team was dog dirt. Absolutely dog dirt. Let's have a scout of any kind of early team news. I can see plenty of people have sent me their team. There is about an hour to go before the deadline, guys. So make sure you are getting your teams fully submitted if you have made your transfers already. We're still yet to make mine. I think we're going to go Haaland to Solanke. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, I'm waiting last minute. See if we get any last minute Haaland news. Cheeky Friday night stream. Heard you were out for an Indian last night. I was indeed, mate. You just missed me getting my ball out on stream. So yeah, there you go. Some out of context FPL Tom for you there. You know what I mean? Getting the old ball out. You know, people were asking. We got it out. We whipped it out. -4 for Sanchez or just start Turner. I'd probably just start Turner. And my computer is running low because I didn't plug the laptop charger in. So 1 second. Nice. Bet that made a really attractive noise. There we go. Cool. How much to get both balls out? Whoa. Ho ho. Now we're talking. If you guys get me to 3k in this stream, I'll get both balls out. There you go. Right. Let's go and start reviewing your guys' team. It has just gone half past, so let's start reviewing them. Cool. What's been sent in? Yasia? Let's go with Yasia. I hope that's right. Apologies if I spelled your name wrong. Dub team is Areola in goal, by the way. He was back on the bench last night, so I think he probably should start. Saliba, Tsimikas, Pedporo, Salah, Saka, Son, Palmer, Watkins, Julian Alvarez, and Solanke. I think that's a pretty good team. Very strong. No kind of qualms or issues. I think I'd potentially go for that one. Josh AFC sent me his team. Dubravka, Saliba, Trent, Porro, Son, Saka, Salah, Gordon, Palmer, Solanke, and Watkins. He's taken Haaland out. I rate that. I'm all for that, Josh. No qualms there, mate. Gary said Palmer and Richarlison in for Mbeumo and Gordon. What do you think? I mean, I probably would have waited to see if we got any kind of Anthony Gordon news. I don't actually think you've confirmed them, but yeah, I'd probably wait and see if we get any kind of Gordon news. I think we might, hopefully, somewhere, but it is what it is. Ginger? I'm not ginger. I'm far from ginger. I'm like, clearly my hair is brown. Yusuf P4. Hope that's right. Any changes? He's got Edison, Powell, Sensei, Tsimikas, Gabriel, Palmer, Sterling, Salah, Saka, Raul Jimenez, and Cuckoo as well. Rogue one, but he's gone for it. All right, fair enough. Sportcat01, 2 free transfers. Thinking of Haaland to Darwin and Saka to Salah. Should I just try and get Darwin in and keep Saka? Need to downgrade Haaland to a cheap one to afford Salah. If I get Salah, it will be difficult to get back Haaland. Yeah, he probably will, but then remember that Salah is off to AFCON in Game Week 21. But I still think I probably wouldn't do that. So any changes that I think I would make, I think the team's already pretty strong. Like, you've got 2 free transfers. I get that. Cool. So probably what you would want to do if we get any news around Gordon would be to take him out. If not, you could do... I don't even think I'd go for Nunez. I think I'd leave Haaland, you know. I think I'd leave Haaland. I genuinely would. I'd probably just take Gordon out and just be safe. That's probably what I'd do. Seriously, Sportcat. I don't think there's any need to bring in Darwin ever. Darwin should never enter people's teams. Katie says, I haven't changed anything yet, just this from last week. I mean, realistically, you could just put Bowen in for Haaland and then just make your transfer, because you've already got Semenyo, so you probably wouldn't want to go for Dominic Solanke. Where do you send teams? At FPL_Tom_. Leave it under my pin tweet, and we will review those as they do come in. But yeah, probably do Bowen in for Haaland, and then I think the team could be strong enough, and then you can make your Sanchez transfer and just leave Haaland on the bench, because you've already got Semenyo potentially to cover off Solanke, so that'd be my advice. That was a good meme. For context, Liam, he's always banging on about Decore. So that was a good meme. I rate that. Alex Naylor, he or she's team. We're going to go with he. Most of my subscribers are male. Sorry to the females that are here. Vicario Lascelles, Tsimikas, Powell, Saka, Bowen, Palmer, Almiron, Salah, Julian Alvarez, Watkins, and then on the bench, Areola, Raul, Saliba. All right. Okay. I like this, Alex. I don't think there's necessarily any changes I would make. I don't think. I mean, Raul's in pretty good goal-scoring form, so he would be pretty devastated. So I'd probably play Raul over Almiron in my personal opinion, but it is what it is. Right, I think there are some teams that are missing or will be hidden. And if I haven't found them yet, I do apologise. Like, you know what happens on this stream. They just disappear. But the best thing that you can do is just follow me. That usually helps avoid it. Here we go. We've got some more in here. 8AA1. Areola, Walker, Liveramento, Pedporo, Kudos, Gordon, Saka, Salah, Solanke, Darwin, Isak. Very nice. Very nice. If we can get any Anthony Gordon news, that will help you make any future decisions. But other than that, very strong. Cameron sent me his team. Areola, Zinchenko, Simicast, Pedporo, Richarlison, Bowen, Salah, Son, Juan Hichan, Julian Alvarez, and Watkins. I rate it. I do rate it. Like the Richarlison differential pick as well. Like the Richarlison differential pick. Let's have a look if there's any other ones kind of hiding or potentially lingering about down here. No, I think we've done everyone. I think we have done everybody. I hope. And if I haven't, I apologise. Right, there's the news we needed. There's the news we needed. FPL Tony has said early transfer gang won't be punished this time. So Haaland is not starting or presumably in the squad. So we're going to make my transfer now. We're going to do the Haaland to Watkins to Solanke move. So let's do that. Haaland to Solanke. Cool. Make transfer. Confirm transfer. Cool. Pick team. Yep. All good. So that's how the team's looking now. So we've obviously FPL Tony, if you didn't know, I'm going to actually follow him because he's very reliable. Obviously broke the news last week about Haaland. Yeah. So Haaland is not going to be starting. Presumably not going to be even in the squad as well. That is the news that we are getting there. So if you do have Haaland and you've been thinking or questioning what transfers to potentially make, it's probably the wise move to go for either Watkins or Solanke. Just make sure that you do have a plan to potentially get back to him. What's been said in the YouTube chat since I've been away? Is that 3K in subs or 3K in super chat? It's in subs. Tavernier worth a shout? 100%. Quick Josh, take a hit for Gordon. Out Big Willie. I'm sure you can find a space for Big Willie in your heart. I have Cunha on the bench. Should I keep Gordon in or swap with Cunha? I'd probably swap with Cunha. At least you know he's going to play. Who's captain? Probably just going to be Salah. Do you think it's worth rolling the transfer or getting Porro in? Depends what the rest of your team looks like. Start Gordon or swap with Cunha, who is on the bench. I probably would go Cunha unless we get positive news around Anthony Gordon. No worries, man. No worries. Happy to review anybody's team as always. If you do want to send me your team at FPLTom_, leave it under the pinned tweet. That is the best thing that you can do. John's done the same transfer as me. Haaland to Solanke. No hits needed. So it does look like Haaland is going to be out. I think Solanke is just the sensible pick this game week. I don't think necessarily we need to take a minus this week unless we get any kind of negative news around Anthony Gordon. I think this team should be okay. My only other concern is Gabriel, Silva and Gordon, to be honest. But I think they might make their way back in the team. So that's obviously the kind of City news we're getting at the moment. Yeah. So I think Haaland's going to miss out. So if you are holding a transfer or maybe there isn't too many good players coming off your bench for Haaland, then probably take him out this week. Prime Messi or Prime Big Willie? Probably Prime Messi, mate. Probably Prime Messi. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, do be sure to hit that like button. It does push it out to more people, which is massively appreciated by me as well. Who else do Newcastle have if Gordon doesn't start? It'd probably be like Matt Ritchie or that Millie guy they've got kicking about. My only concern is on the Draft Hound predicted lineups, they don't have Gordon in here. They don't have Anthony Gordon in here. That's the predicted lineup they've gone for. Then I've seen like some very reliable kind of Newcastle predictors as well not have Anthony Gordon in as well. So it is just like, do we get rid of Anthony Gordon? and go for a Spurs player tonight. That is the current thinking. That is the current thinking. Do we get Richarlison, Johnson, someone like that? Keep or sell Diaby, Sam's asked. I would probably sell Diaby this week, mate. I think with no hits, easy rank gains since all taking massive week. Yeah, 100%. Some people are definitely taking dumb rank hits with their Haaland money and not realising that they've got to have a way to get him back. But yeah. Richarlison or Kudos? I probably would go Richarlison. Have you sold Haaland? I just have sold Haaland off the back of some pretty reliable news. So yeah, we've gone for Solanke in. Solanke in for Haaland. That's what we've done. Good punt. Yeah, I don't know what to do about Gordon. I'm genuinely a little bit confused what to do with Anthony Gordon this week. Hopefully we can get news before the deadline, but my bench is not there to cover it off realistically. But I am going to gain like 4 points already on a lot of people who are taking the hit. If you're going to punt on one more, Spurs, let's go. Probably that would be the way that I'd go. I probably wouldn't go double Bournemouth. We've got Solanke now. Sell Gabriel or Zinchenko for Porro. I mean, there's some good fixtures coming up after 19, so I probably would hold. Do keep your questions coming in. We're not getting Big Willie in, so you can stop with the Big Willie hype train. That was a few weeks ago. We got to have someone else now. There'll be someone else now. This is what it's all about. We'll have little phases with little players, and then other people will kind of come into things. But yeah. Joel Linton, the GOAT, has sent me his team. He said, FPL Tom, should I take a -4 for Son? If yes, who else would you take out of this team? So what's he planning on doing? Oh, okay. So Son for Foden, is that? Son for Foden. Who else would I realistically take out of there? I probably wouldn't do that with Son off to the Asia Cup soon. So I don't think I'd do this -4. I think I'd just do Haaland to Solanke, mate. Especially with the news that we've got around Haaland now. That's what I'd do if I was going to do a minus. In my personal opinion. We need a new Willie, man. We do 100%. We need a new player that we're going to get behind. Hit the wildcard button now, having benching headaches. Powell versus Gusto or Bowen versus Palmer. I would probably go Palmer over Bowen and then Powell over Gusto this week. One free transfer, Matoma to Bowen / Sterling or Gahey to Porro or both for a hit. I probably think there's better midfielders to go for, but I like the Gahey to Porro one. Richarlison or Johnson? I'm more leaning towards Richarlison. Obviously, he's kind of can play on the left or up front. Solomon is out though, so Johnson is going to see quite a lot of minutes. I'm going to have a look at the data and kind of come back to you on that one. I'm really tempted to at least get Salah in though. Should I do it? Is it a bad idea? I probably think it is. I think it is. Oh, mate. FPL would have been an insane game if Kane was still here and firing. It really would have made it so difficult. I think I like some of the prices, like the way that they've done it this year, but I think it's too easy to get too many quality players in your team. You know what I mean? Realistically, like Haaland in here, Son and Salah, having 3 premiums like that is unheard of. Then you've got people like Bowen, who's an excellent asset. Watkins, a great asset. Then I get like Palmer and Gordon, they're kind of emerging talents. You always have them in the game, don't you? But I'm Joel Linton. Should I take out Haaland for Solanke or just roll the transfer? I'd take Haaland out for Solanke. We've had positive news that he's not going to play now. So yeah, that's what I'd do. Right, let's take a look at... I'm just going to put you guys on that screen while I look at something. Yeah, we're going to have a look at... Areola fit. He was on the bench last night, so probably should play. We're going to compare stats for Tottenham midfielders. So obviously Son's clear. Then we're looking at Kulusevski, Johnson. Richarlison's XG is pretty good. I'm going to do it over the past 5 game weeks. That's probably a better indicator of who's doing all right. Okay, so Johnson has played more minutes. A little bit less than Kulusevski. He's played less minutes. 1 goal, but he's had 14 shots. Jesus. 6 on target. More than Son, Kulusevski and Richarlison. 8 attempted assists as well. 1.71 XG. 0.5 expected assists. 21 points, more than Richarlison. He could pop tonight. He really could pop against his old club as well. Oh, I just thought about that. Johnson back at the City ground. That seemed like a good recipe. I think I'd do that. Yeah. What questions have we got flying in the chat? Oh, hey Jake. How are you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. Is Nkunku back? Yes. Apparently he'll be in the squad for the weekend, but whether or not he's going to start is a different matter indeed. How long is Haaland out for? We don't know, but he's going to miss this game week. Pretty reliable team leaker has said that he will not be in the squad this week. My team is in crisis. I need your help. Should I do a wildcard or free hit? I mean, if you've still got the wildcard left, be playing that. You can only play it up till game week 19 anyway, so get it out of the way now if your team's an absolute mess. And if you want to send it me on Twitter, at FPLTom_, and leave it under the pinned tweet, yeah, it'll go quite well for you. It will go quite well for you. Son or Salah captain? Probably would go Salah. I'd go Salah. Oh, I'm tempted by Brendan Johnson, you know. I'm tempted by Brendan Johnson. I'm going to end that poll that is in the YouTube chat. Thank you to everyone who's voted. So the plan with Haaland, 67% have said they're going to sell. 31% have said they will keep. And then 1% have said they will buy. Interesting. Interesting stuff. So let's get another poll going. Should I buy Johnson? Johnson? Is it Johnson? Like that? Yes. Yes. No. There you go. That poll is up. Should I buy Brendan Johnson? Will you reply before the deadline? I will reply before the deadline if you send it me. Happily. Doku to Bernardo Silva and Haaland Slanky. I probably wouldn't be looking to bring in another City midfielder with them having, obviously, a blank next week. Bring in Haaland. I'm thinking either Solanke or Watkins. Those are the top 2 options, Joel. The next 3 for Solanke are immense. Luton at home, great fixture as well. But obviously Watkins, I think he's a very easy hold for the rest of the season. But yeah, just always make sure you've got a way back to Haaland, though. That is what I'm telling people to do so far. Do get your votes in. Potentially could be doing Johnson in for Anthony Gordon. That could be the move that we're going for tonight. Especially if we get early team news. That could very easily make my mind up. Very easily make my mind up, to be honest. People are asking about Anthony Gordon leaks. This is the thing, like, he has played a lot of games, and is he going to be laggy? Like, a little bit like leggy? Not laggy. Leggy. You know what I mean? Golden Goal has done Haaland to Solanke. Fair play to him. Tom Birch. I'm guessing you were the guy maybe asking about that. He sent me his team. Whether or not he's in the... He might be in the YouTube chat. He's got Johnson, Anderson, Shear, Pinnock, Kabore, Saka, Sabitslai, Son, Salah, Watkins, and Haaland. I'd probably, mate, would just posted to your tweet. Nice. I probably would put Areola in goal. Johnson's out. Then the rest of his team, Jesus. Yeah, a lot of work needs to be done here, realistically. A lot of work. Like, the midfield's fine. Probably no one I'd touch there. Probably wouldn't take a minus to bring in any defenders. So I'd probably put the goalkeeper in. Then do Haaland to Solanke. And then I'd probably do Anderson to Porro. I think that could put you in a really good place. It is a shocker, but I think we can get out of it without using the free hit. So I'd probably do Anderson to Porro and Haaland to Solanke for a minus. I think that could work. I think that could work, mate. I really do. What else is cracking, guys? Let's close that down. Areola or Leno? Probably Leno. Thoughts on Johnson plus Haaland to Leno and Raul? I think I'd rather have Solanke or Watkins over Raul Jimenez, to be honest. Is Sterling a good choice? I don't know how he's going to function and fit with Nkunku coming back in the side. That is my only concern about going for Sterling. I prefer Cole Palmer as well. I think he's just a better asset. But yeah, Brennan Johnson maybe tonight. Brennan Johnson could be the little sauce pot that we go for Anthony Gordon. What's his fixtures like? Oh, Luton next week. Oh, that's a fitty. Then Forest. Oh, we can't sell him realistically, can we? Oh, let's just keep him. I think we're going to just keep him. Bench-wise is a shit show. It's a shit storm, isn't it? It's not good. The bench is honking. Do keep your questions coming in, guys, as we are approaching the last half an hour of the deadline. My throat is banging as well, so that deserves a like and a subscribe and all that good stuff as well. I have wildcarded, mate. Should I give that a go? Yeah, 100%. 100%. No news on Gordon, Josh, so far. Hopefully we can get something. Is Haaland playing? No. No, Haaland is not playing. That is the news from a very reliable kind of source as well. So yeah, I'd probably say Haaland's not going to play. Yeah. What else have we got? I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that name because I'm just going to butcher it and offend. 1 free transfer in the bank. 1.6 million. Gahey to Porro or Maguire to Porro. Replace Matoma for a -4. Okay, yeah, I'd probably do that then. So I'd do Gahey to Porro. Then would... How long's Maguire out for? If Maguire's out for a long time, I don't really know how long he's out for. Then I'd do Maguire to Porro, because at least Gahey's going to play a little bit and like pick up 1 or 2 points off the bench. So I'll probably do, if Maguire's out longer term, do Maguire to Porro and then Matoma to... Probably looking at someone like Tavernier, maybe. Bit of excitement, bit of... or Johnson. Those would probably be your 2 options. It's a good meme. Oh, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Team sent on X. Nice. Appreciated it. Still don't know who I should start out of Gordon or Cunha. Probably Cunha, mate. Bench Virgil van Dijk, Colwell or Saliba or Adoji. I probably go Van Dijk, but that's a difficult one, man. Not going to lie, I see Gordon getting benched after they play. Maybe Isaac and Wilson and Alberon if he's tired every game recently. True. I just don't know. I just can't. I don't know what to do. This is where the game just gets a little bit annoying. Start Archer or Kabore. I probably would start Archer out of the 2. Do I bench Haaland? Yeah, he's not going to play. He's not going to play, Loz. Not going to play. If you do have any questions about your team, do get them in, guys. Like I said, we're approaching the last half an hour of today's stream. If you have enjoyed it, Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Massively appreciated by me as always. But no, my luck, I'll start Cunha and Gordon will do well, but I'm overthinking it starting Cunha over Gordon. I think so. I potentially think so. What's Spurs' fixtures like? Everton at home next week, not great. Bournemouth, Brighton. That's a great run. So if Son goes all the way, he'll be back for here. I mean, that's a pretty good run. That, though, what the hell is this? Spurs' run from game week 33 is Newcastle, City, Arsenal, Liverpool. And then just for jokes, Burnley and Sheffield United right at the end. That is a honker. That right there is a honker of a run. Jesus. What a smelly run that is. Hey Jeff, hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. I've taken Matoma out for Richarlison. Nice. Haaland cap? Definitely not. Definitely not. Should I take out Kane? He's still in my team. I mean, if Kane's still in your team, you're playing the wrong year, aren't you, really? FPL review down. Don't get... Yeah, you do get Vice if Haaland doesn't play, so make sure you've got that sorted. Thoughts on Petrovic and Cuckoo in? I mean, it depends how long the injury is for Sanchez. I don't think it's that long, but I've not really heard anything, so can't really comment on that one. And Cuckoo, I think he's more a wait and see for me personally. Yeah, Haaland's not in the squad. He's not going to play, so don't even bother wasting captaincy on him. Just whack it on someone else instead already. Give it to someone else. Have you done team reviews? I can do one more, mate. I can do one more. For you, I'll do one more. Cap on Solanke. I'm personally got it on Salah. I think he is the better option. Thinking in Cuckoo because it's Sheffield United. I get that, but I think he's going to come off the bench. And then it depends what sort of minutes we're going to expect from him. You know what I mean? Is a -4 Haaland worth it? Depends who you're bringing in and what the rest of your team looks like, Max, to be honest. Triple captain Salah? Probably not. Cheers for the follow as well, Max. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. War a ledge. No worries, pal. I'd triple captain on a double game week, mate. Yeah, that's the best time to do it, isn't it? Maximus Prime, thanks for the follow as well. Appreciate that. If you're on the TikTok stream and you want to come over to the YouTube chat as well, it does move a little bit slower. You also get to see my team on screen as well. So, you know, good things. Good things. Yeah, I don't know when there'll be. There could be one in 22, 24, 25 or 26. There'll be some later in the year as well with FA Cup fixtures. So, yeah. Porro or Gabriel? I'd probably go Porro. I'd go Porro. I sent it. Cool, man. Let's get that reviewed. Let's get that reviewed for you. Always got time for the OGs. We're going to start off with, but every single week. Sarafka. Again, apologies. I know I've butchered it. 2 free transfers. Thinking of doing Haaland, Solanke and Chambers to Shaw. Or should I bring in TAE? Who should I start in goal? I'd probably keep Vicario in goal. I'd do the Haaland Slanky one. And who was the other one? Chambers to Shaw. Nah, I do like Mbeumo to someone else. Mbeumo's out for like 12 weeks. And then just drop him. So I do the Mbeumo one. So like obviously people like Johnson. We spoke about Tavernier. Could be a great shout. So you could do Watkins, Haaland to Watkins, Tavernier to Mbeumo, I think would work a lot better. Ethan sent me his team. or GF in the YouTube chat. Goes by 2 names because he's cool and he can do that. Turner, Areola, Doji, Gehi, Gabriel, Trippier, Kane, Salah, Palmer, Adingra, Son. Okay, so I probably would do... You got a 3-ish defenders playing, just about. One of them's playing City. You've got 1 free transfer. I mean, you've got a front 2. So you could have a little bit of fun. You could go Adingra to Tavernier. You could do Haaland to Solanke. Or you could do Gehi to maybe like... Villa have got some really nice defensive fixtures coming up, so maybe someone from them. But I think I'd just leave it. Defenders aren't scoring like overly like well this season, so I don't think it's like a game breaker to have like someone just Gehi like play. So I think I'd either do Haaland to Solanke or Haaland to Watkins, and then maybe take a minus for like Tavernier or Johnson. That could be an option. That could be an option. On FPL, Gordon has a 75% chance of playing. Okay. Should I do Mbeumo to Richarlison and Haaland to Watkins for a -4? I like that, Alfie, personally. I think that would work. We can take hits. Okay. Is Newcastle defence necessary this week? No, I wouldn't say so. I don't think so. I don't think so. See if we've got any other early team news coming about. That's currently how we're looking going into this week, guys. All right, have a play around with it. No worries, man. No worries. If you need any kind of help on any player picks, just let me know. I can't review yours on Insta, unfortunately, because the phone's being used for the TikTok stream. I just don't have Insta on my computer, and yeah. So if you want it reviewing, Twitter, or you can type it out in the TikTok chat, and if I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't, unfortunately. Start Gabriel or Tsimikas. Probably go Gabriel, but I'm a little bit concerned about his minutes. But still might start Cunha, of course. Of course. Of course. How's that poll doing? A lot of people saying no, don't go for Brendan Johnson. Fair enough. I think we're all going to keep it as is and don't do anything silly, but we'll see. FPL Focal did a -8 this week. He did Kabore to Pedporo, Haaland to Solanke, and Archer to Alvarez for a -8. Oof. Heavy. Heavy, man. Heavy. People out here taking mad minuses, you know. Taking mad minuses. Coolio. Is Porro worth it for a -4? I have Colwell, Gabriel, and Shaw. Probably not. Like, defenders aren't scoring overly well, but I've said this now. Porro has been really good and looked really good. I am quite fearful going into tonight's game without him, to be honest. Yeah, I am quite fearful. That is the concern. That is the concern. Hopefully we can get some Gordon news. That would just be really nice if we get some Gordon news. And if we find out he's playing, great. If not, I've just got a feeling he's going to get like 2. And if that's the case, I might as well go and get Johnson. Start 3, Livramento, Saliba, Porro, Tsimikas. I'd probably go Saliba, Porro, and Tsimikas. Yeah, I'd probably do that. Fulham have scored 10 in the past 2 games, so... But it is Newcastle at home. But Dan Burn is apparently back. Take a -8 for Salah and Alvarez. Rest of team is looking dire, so need some hope. Alright, do it then, Archie, if the team's looking pretty dire. Watkins or Solanke, I'm more leaning more towards Watkins longer term. Solanke for the next 3 has the better fixtures, though. Should I do Mbeumo to Richarlison and Haaland to Watkins for a -4? I think that's a pretty sensible move. I think that's a pretty sensible move, Alfie, to be honest. think that is a pretty sensible move. Are people watching the darts tonight as well? Any Haaland news? Yes. FPL Tony, who obviously broke the news last time about him being out, has said that he will miss the game. So, yes. Haaland is not expected to play. So, there you go. There's the Haaland news. Any rotation risks for Johnson, Tavernier or Watkins? I don't think there's any for Tavernier or Watkins. Johnson potentially could have some. Have you transferred him out and who for? I have, and I've gone for Solanke. I think he's just the smart pick this week, isn't he, to be honest? He's just the smart pick. That's what we've gone for. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. We've got 25 minutes till the deadline passes. Haaland to Solanke, Chambers to Shaw, and Mbeumo to Salah for a -4. Fair enough. I just think you've got to have a way of getting Haaland back into your team. So, it is what it is. Gonna head to bed. Enjoy the rest of your evening, mate. Good luck. Good luck to you as well, John. Why are you starting Gordon? I mean, there's going to be a late fitness check on him, so that's why I'm starting him. He might play, he might not play. Thoughts on Raul Jimenez? I think I prefer going for Solanke or Watkins over Jimenez. But if I remember rightly, you've already got Semenyo, so it could be an option. Should I put Mykolenko or Walker in? Mykolenko has a 75% chance of playing. I don't really know anything about the Mykolenko injury, so I'd probably go with Walker. I think Johnson is the pick I prefer over Tav, but now you've scared me. Johnson against his old team. Yeah, Johnson's putting up some really good numbers. He's had more shots than Son over the past 5 weeks as well. So he definitely is a good option. Definitely a good option. David said, "Hi Tom, hope you're good. I have one free transfer. Current front six is Salah, Son, Kudos, Martinelli, Nunes, Watkins. With the Haaland money, I can basically afford anyone. Would you do Marty to Kudos to Saka?" I probably would, but the only concern with that is you do have to have a way to get Haaland back in that team. So it's alright spreading the funds around, but realistically Haaland's going to be back for game week 19. So make sure you have a plan to get him back in if you are thinking about spreading the money. That's all I'm going to say. A random Pentingun has said, "Take a hit for Martinez. I have Areola and Kellier." No, I think Areola is going to play this week. I do think he's going to play, and I don't think it's ever worth taking a hit for a goalkeeper. That is my personal opinion. I could have done that last week and ended up scoring more points than the Dubravka owners with Turner's 3 points. Front four will be Son, Richarlison, and Kulu and Johnson. No? Yeah, I think it will. I think it will. Solomon's out till February. Maddison's probably not back till game week 21 as well. So, yeah, probably that is going to be the front four over this Christmas period. Thanks, Tom. We'll probably ditch Nunes to fund it. I think that's the smart move, David. I do think that's the smart move, my friend. 20 minutes till the deadline, so make sure you're getting your team locked in. Make sure you're getting your transfers locked in as well, guys. If you do have any questions, like I said, get them in, as we will try and help you as much as possible. -4 taken from FPL Fran. Nice. Lo Celso has picked up a knock. That is what I've seen. So from the pressers. So I don't think he's going to play this game. Oh, I hope Harry hits his 90,000. That'd be great. Another week of Porro FOMO. I know it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. It is gonna hit. Some Spurs news right now would be beautiful. Hopefully we can get some. I don't think we've ever had a Spurs leak, to be honest. But yeah, if we could get a Spurs leak, I think that would be pretty handy, wouldn't it, right now? Yeah, I'd keep Mykolenko. Gordon news would be lovely as well. Hopefully we can get some Spurs news as well. But Gordon news would be just sweet. Like, very, very sweet. And I'll get the ball back out. You know what I mean? I'll get the ball back out if that happens. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. We've been live for a long, long time. A long, long time. Son to start tonight? Yeah, I think he will, Scottish Baguette. I can't see a world unless he's picked up some random injury and we've not been informed about it, where Son doesn't start, to be honest. That is my opinion on that one. It's just all on this Anthony Gordon kind of news. I don't want to pay for premium. Piss off. Anything? Question mark. Let's get my team back on screen. What other questions have we got flying in, guys? Hi, have done Haaland and Mbeumo to Solanke and Son. Should I do Lamptey to Porro for a -8? Want to do it because I'll have 11 players playing with Gordon. All right, I'd do that then. I'd do that. If we don't have any news about Gordon, would you still start Cunha over him? I think I would. I think I would, you know. Solanke or Watkins, or get both for a -4. I think Solanke has the better fixture this week and the better next 3, arguably. But I think Watkins, longer term, is a great player to have in your team. Should I get Son in for a -4 for Gordon and Bowen? Yeah, I think I'd do that for Gordon, you know. But then, obviously, he's off in game week 21, so that's the difficulty you've got to kind of factor in. Should I sub out Hwan Hee-chan for an extra centre-back? Probably not. Do you think Cash will get minutes this week? No, he played, I think he played a full 90 last night, so I don't think I'd do that. Ethan said -4 for Slanky or -4 for Tavernier or leave it. Depends who you're doing that -4 for. 4. Do keep the questions coming in, guys. We've got 20 minutes till the deadline, and we will try and answer as many questions as possible. Bro, if my player doesn't start, would the first sub replace him for the bench, or is it the best performer? Help. No, so basically how it will work is you have to have a minimum of 3 defenders play, a minimum of 3 midfielders, and a minimum of 1 forward. So for me, for instance, if any of the midfielders or forwards didn't play, it would be Archer who would come in as he's my first sub. But if I need 3 defenders to play, so if one of these didn't play, it would be the first defender that is available on the bench. So there you go. Risk the -4 for Gordon? I'm currently debating that myself. I think I'm going to just keep it unless we get any news. Okay, I'm definitely getting Saka. Just seeing my opponent in the last 64 of the Cup and has him. Cool. Do keep your questions coming in, guys, as we fast approaching the 6:30 deadline. Thank you for everyone's questions today in the stream. It's been a long one. We've been live for over 2 hours. But you know what? We enjoy that. Hopefully we can get some early Spurs news, like we said. That would just go that extra way. Anthony Gordon news, though, would be very beneficial for the team. Very beneficial indeed, to be honest. Start my Cash or Gabriel? I'd probably go Gabriel, mate, to be honest. I think I'd do Gabriel. I don't think I'd do Matty Cash. Wouldn't do Matty Cash. Do I play Gordon? Like, seriously, do I play Gordon? Or do I just have a bit of fun tonight? Thanks, bro, but I have Taylor on the starting XI and a Doji and Livramento on first and second sub, so what will happen here? I mean, put a Doji in the starting 11, mate. You can swap players around. You don't have to start Charlie Taylor. You can put a Doji in. Who is the best midfielder to buy with only 2 next game weeks in mind? Any price. I mean, Tavernier is a great pick. Son, obviously with no kind of 2 weeks in mind, I think he'll be a great pick. Who else has got really kind of next good 2 fixtures? Any kind of the Spurs midfielders. Maybe a gamble on someone like Almiron, Palmer. They could be some really tasty picks. But I like Tavernier, personally. Cash played 70 minutes. You think he'll start this week? No, I do not then. Isak for Darwin or roll the transfer? I think Isak's going to play, but then obviously they've got Carabao midweek. So he could play back-to-back games and then miss next weekend's game. which would be a stinker against Luton. So, yeah, it's hard to say, isn't it, really? Any early news? The only early news that we've had is around Erling Haaland and him actually not being in the squad. But other than that, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Do keep the questions flying in, guys. Massively appreciate everyone who's been in today's stream. My throat is hanging on for its dear life as well. So if you are enjoying the stream, do hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button as well, as it does push it out to more people. And massively appreciated by me, as always. Play Richarlison or Palmer? I probably would play Palmer, but who else are you realistically benching for Richie? That's a tough one. 15 minutes till the deadline as well, guys. Do keep your questions flying into the stream. Massively appreciated, like I said. Do keep the stream just ticking over nicely, which is always a good thing to have going off. Let's see if anything else... See what else is happening around in the community. Harry's done cash to Haaland for Porro and Solanke for a -4. He's playing Gordon. Benched Gabriel. Charlie Taylor just sat in there. Okay. Interesting. Okay. If he's keeping Gordon, I think I'm gonna keep Gordon. I think we're gonna keep Gordon. I think that's the plan. Still no early team news for tonight's game against Spurs versus Nottingham Forest. Get your score predictions in the chat as well for that. Gordon or Nunes? I probably would go Gordon, even with him having a flag on. Alex is keeping Gordon. I think we'll keep Gordon. -4 to take Haaland out for Solanke. Depends what the rest of your team is looking like. If you need some transfers and you need some players, that could always be a great option to potentially go for. Could be a great option to go for. I just saw another question fly in, but it's a bit slow on the stream. Best free website for transfer planning? It has to be FPL.team. That is the best one, in my personal opinion. It's free. You can do some really cool stuff with it. They're struggling. They've got a lot of people on there, but it's free. The guys that do it do an amazing job. So, yeah, best website, FPL.team, in my personal opinion. Do I start Dubravka or Flecken? I already have Liver, so not sure about Dublin. I don't think Livermento is going to play necessarily, so I think I'll probably go Dubravka. Zuma to Porro or Roll? I think that's quite a clever move, spaghetti and beans. I think I'd do that. I think I'd do that, to be honest, mate. Do I get Porro in for a minus? If I took Gahey out, put Porro in over Gabriel. That could be something. That could be something to think about for the last 12 minutes. Buy Gordon, Diaby or Kulo for Adingra for a -4 or someone else. I think there's definitely better options than you've suggested there. Tavernier is obviously a popular pick. Palmer, if you haven't got him, would be a great suggestion to potentially go for as well. Johnson as well from Spurs. Richarlison. Don't buy Elise. Don't know if you answered or not, but should I play Richarlison or Palmer? I got a midfield of Salah, Son and Saka. I probably would play Palmer, mate, to be honest, out of the ones that I potentially could play. If you are new to the stream, be sure to like, comment and subscribe to the channel as we're on our road to 3K. If we could hit that by the end of the year, that would be absolutely immense. Absolutely immense. Do keep your questions coming in as well, guys. We've got about 10 minutes till the deadline. McTominay to Son for a -4. I mean, if that's because you've got the free Haaland money, then fair enough. But just be cautious because you realistically are probably going to want Haaland back in 19. Realistically. But yeah. Do keep your questions flowing in, guys, as we are approaching the final 10 minutes of the deadline. And yeah, we're here to help you guys as possible. I own both. Oof. Let's have a scout around, see if we've got any other early team news potentially kicking off. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. It would be nice. James to Porro, Gahey to Torres. Pal Torres is a fit pick. It's a very, very fit pick, you know. But I think we're going to be all right. I think we're going to roll. We're going to take the transfer. Well, we're not going to roll. We've made our transfer. We've done Haaland, Slanky. I'm going to have FOMO tonight about not owning Porro, but it is what it is. We've got Dominic Slanky. Hopefully he can outscore him. Defenders have been pretty naff. Spurs defensively as well. XG conceded-wise have been pretty naff over the past 5, so hopefully that's something. If you do have any questions, guys, do get them in. Like I said, we're approaching the deadline thick and fast, with it being at 6:30. If you've enjoyed anything you've seen on today's stream, whether that's on TikTok or on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. Sell Haaland, ? I mean, if your team needs it, mine definitely did, so I did it. Freed up some funds, went for Dominic Slanky. Going to have some fun with him for the next few weeks. But yeah, if your team needs it, go for it. Captain Son or Salah? I'm personally going for Salah. Liverpool at home. Salah at home this season as well has been very consistent. Manchester United are just dog dirt, aren't they, to be honest? So yeah, I think I'd do that. I would go with Salah. Would you start Areola or Flecken? I think I'd go Areola just down to the fact it's a home fixture. Personally, that's probably what I'd do. Oh no, of course, Flecken's got a home fixture as well. Ignore me, but I'd still go Areola. And then if he doesn't play, Flecken comes in. Simple. Simple. About 8 minutes till the deadline, guys. So do keep any of the dying questions that you've got flying in up until the deadline. Post-deadline, we will reveal the answers for the quiz. If you were here for that, do get your answers in. If not, we'll have one final kind of little teaser of that one. So this was the quiz for this week. Which player has scored the most points over the past 5 game weeks? Who is the lowest scoring player in FPL this season? What is the highest scoring game so far this season? And which player has created more XG this season? Darwin or Jackson? And finally, which major sporting event is starting this evening? I might give you that one for free. It's the darts. Love the darts. Evan, any early team news? We have found out that Haaland isn't going to be playing this week. So yeah. Would you start... Oh, no, we did that one. Watkins or Solanke? I think Solanke has been immense over the past few weeks, so probably am a little bit more leaning towards Solanke. He's the player that I brought in as well this week, so I think I'd go Dom. Bench one, Colwell, Gabriel, Tsimikas. I'd probably bench Gabriel, to be honest. If you're holding Haaland, do you play him? No, I don't think he's going to play at all. But you might as well and hope you've got your bench order in the right way. Jensen said Hwang or Palmer. I mean, I'd probably go Palmer, but looking by your badge, you're probably going to go Hwang. And then Cunha or Watkins. Same again, I'd probably go Watkins. But again, judging by your badge, you're probably going to go for Cunha. So yeah, those were the those were the questions for the FPL Gameweek 17 quiz. Do get your answers submitted for that one. Massively appreciated everyone who's taken part so far, and we will reveal the answers once the deadline has passed. But anyone who has any kind of burning questions, do get them in, guys. This is the transfer we've made this week. We've brought in Solanke for Erling Haaland. No minus is taken. Salah for a -4. I mean, make sure you've got a way to get Haaland back if that's how you're going to get Salah in. I'd probably go Dubravka, Jensen, and then I'm benching Cunha and Saliba. Fair enough. Arsenal or Newcastle defence. Probably more favourable for the Newcastle defence. They're very good at home. Will Watkins outscore Gabriel by 4 points? Is it worth the -4 to sell Haaland? Again, I can't really predict that. That's a question for you to ask yourself. If you think he will, then go for it. Well, team locked now. Cunha starting over Gordon, which I don't like. Well, hopefully it pays off for you, Josh. I mean, Cunha has been the highest scoring forward over the past 5 game weeks. So, you know, take that with a pinch of salt. It doesn't look like we're going to get any Spurs news pre-deadline, which is a little bit frustrating. But yeah, It is what it is. Do keep your questions flowing in, guys. We've had a notification. It's from Jake. It's from Jake. Don't kill me, lad. Minus Ford. Oh, no. Oh, no, no. What's he done here? What has he done? He's got Diassi in, and then he's gone for Nkuku as well. I see you in the chat. I see you, and I see you -4, and I know it's bloody going to pay off. You'll be there on Tuesday going, oh, I told you it'd work. I told you it'd work. Bloody bastard. Nkuku. Oh, my God. All right, I hope it pays off. I hope it pays off for you, lad, to be honest. I do hope it pays off. It would be funny if it does. Big differential as well. Big differential. I don't think he's going to start, though, personally. Gordon versus Fulham could be very damaging, but he has looked a little bit leggy. Last minute, considering Solanke captain, I think just stick with Haaland. Bench 1, Shaw, Tsimikas, Saliba or Adoji. I probably would bench Tsimikas out the lot. Alright, Harry, bit harsh. Bit harsh. Like I said, guys, if you have enjoyed today's stream and you aren't a subscriber to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that like button as well, as it does push the content out to more people, which is what we want to see on these streams. Seth Smoker said, would you do Archer to Alvarez for a -8, a Dingra to Sterling for a -8, or just start a Dingra? I'd probably just start a Dingra. Stick with Salah, not Haaland. Did I say Haaland? I meant Salah. If you just joined the stream, the transfer that we have made is we've brought in Dominic Solanke for Haaland with the news from FPL Tony. That is the early team news that we've kind of been given. Saliba or Porro? I probably would go Porro, to be honest. I do have double Chelsea defence. Yes, unfortunately for my sins. Start Palmer or Nunes? I'd start Cole Palmer. I would start Cole Palmer, in my personal opinion. Let's have a look, see if we've got one. Doesn't look like we're going to get any early team news for tonight's game, which is frustrating for people that do have Spurs players or is potentially looking at bringing any in. Gordon to Richarlison for a -4. It's a transfer I've thought about, but I think I'm just going to risk it and play Anthony Gordon. But each team to their own. A lot of people taking minuses this week, so it's probably not going to be too impactful on your rank. I've captained Son. Hopefully it pays off. Hopefully so, mate. 3 minutes till the deadline. Do keep your questions flying in. Which three to start? Saliba, Porro, Colwell and Tsimikas. Probably the first three, Saliba, Porro and Colwell, would be the three that I would be starting this week. Anyone joined recently? Haaland is 100% playing. No, he's not. No, he's not. Ignore Harry1234. He is chatting shite. Start a Dingra or 8 Nori. I think 8 Nori's back, so I probably would go 8 Nori. Wildcard. I mean, you've got 2 minutes, Jensen. So unless you are the quickest man in the world, it's probably not going to come out too great. Take a hit for Matoma to Richarlison, as Matoma might not. Yeah, I probably would do that, Sam. Probably would do that. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. We've got about a minute till the deadline. Let's just have one final scout of Twitter. Make sure there is no early team news kind of flying about. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Oh, he's wildcarded. Go on then, Jensen. Go on, son. We've got about a minute. So like I said, guys, make sure your teams are locked and loaded for Game Week 17. We will be back with some content over the weekend as well. So if you do enjoy seeing my face and hearing my voice and my FPL and football opinion, do subscribe to the channel, as there will be content coming over the weekend. 1 minute till the deadline, guys. So like I said, make sure you're getting your team locked and loaded. The next stream we'll be doing will be the preview stream on Tuesday evening. I'm at Christmas party on Wednesday, so it's going to be Tuesday evening. Then there will be a deadline stream on Thursday. It's a weird deadline next week. It's on Thursday. So yeah. So the Thursday stream then, and then there won't be another one for Boxing Day just because I'm not here. So yeah. I'll be with my family, unfortunately. So you're going to have to go and find some other content creators. How do I send my team? I mean, Jensen, sorry, I would not even be able to like open it up on Twitter by the time you sent it me before the deadline has passed. Good luck, everyone, says Spaghetti and Beans. Yeah, good luck, guys. Good luck. I imagine the deadline has just passed. Yep, there we go. It's closed. It has closed, ladies and gentlemen. So that was the Game Week 17. Good luck, everyone. Archer looks very ominous on the bench. He does indeed. He's just going to, like, decimate everything, isn't he? Absolutely decimate everything. Right. Let's do the quiz answers. So, if you were answering the quiz a little bit earlier in the stream, here are the answers that you got. Good luck to everyone as well this game week. Which player has scored the most points over the past 5 game weeks? Of course, it was Trent Alexander-Arnold. Been absolutely smashing it. Can I still sell my team? I mean, you can, but there's no point because the deadline's passed. Who is the lowest scoring player in FPL this season? It is Rodak, who picked up a yellow card despite playing like minimal minutes. What is the highest scoring game so far this season? It's Sheffield United versus Newcastle, the 8-0 win. Which player has more XG this season, Darwin or Jackson? It is Jackson with 8.94. And obviously, which major sporting event is starting this evening? It is the PDC World Championship. So let me know if you're watching that tonight, guys. We'll stay live for about 5 or so minutes, see if anything else is happening. But my voice is on the ropes. It's very much on the ropes. What do I send it on? I want your opinion on my team. Send him on Twitter at FPLTom_. Yeah. But yeah, those are the answers to the quiz. Let me know how many you got this week, guys, for the quiz. And I think we'll do it for Game Week 18 as well. I think we'll bring the quiz back. It kind of helped us when it was a little bit quieter in the stream, but it is what it is. What team do I support? I support Mansfield Town, which is that second team, not the Dortmund shirt. But yeah, that's the team that I support. Good luck, Tom, this week, and good luck, everyone. Good luck to you, mate. Josh, hopefully see you in the next stream as well. I support, yeah, Mansfield. League 2. You play for Mansfield, do you? Yeah. Sure you do. Sure you do indeed. Let me know how many you got in the quiz, guys, for this Game Week 17 quiz. Like I said, we'll stay live for a few more minutes answering any other questions, but my voice is on the ropes. It's on the ropes. I've appreciated everyone who's kind of commented so far this week, asked any questions as well. Massively appreciated by me as always. We've been streaming for over 2 hours, so I think that deserves a like, a subscribe, a follow, all that good stuff. It just does. It just does. Let me know where you're going to be watching the game as well tonight, guys. That would be interesting to know. Good, man. I appreciate, honestly, Josh, I do appreciate your support, man. Massively appreciated by me. Massively appreciated by me. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, but my voice is like proper hanging on. So if the chat is going to like kind of fizzle out, which it looks like it is doing, and we've got like, I'll stay for live for like 2 more minutes and see if anything happens. But other than that, we're probably just going to leave it there, guys, to be honest. I'm going to get some food and I'm going to go out and watch the game. See what Son can do this week after his mega haul last week. Very impressed with him. Hopefully Johnson doesn't do anything. That would be frustrating if that was the case. That would be very frustrating if Johnson went and absolutely slapped it. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens, guys. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it there. Like I said, my throat is absolutely dying. It's in pieces. But thank you for everyone who's been along to today's stream. Massively appreciated by me. Like I said, these are the quiz kind of... what's it called? The quiz results for this week. So if you did answer any in the quiz, yeah, these are the answers. And yeah, some very interesting ones. We'll definitely do that next week. Am I going live tonight? No, I'm out tonight. I'm not going live when I'm out. But yeah, thank you very much for everyone watching today's stream. Massively appreciated by me as always. Like I said, if you've enjoyed any of the content that you've seen, yeah, see you next week.